Okay, we are diving deep into a truly radical report today. It's from the Odam Till Academy.
Spearheaded by Dr. Mojin Kushkarov.
Right. And our mission here is to unpack their core argument, which is that the prevailing idea in science, what they call the neurocentric dogma, is just fundamentally flawed.
It really is the ultimate counterargument, the idea that intelligence is only in the brain. They're saying no.
No, it's everywhere.
Exactly. They say it's a scalable property, a kind of gradient of self-organization that you find everywhere, from, atoms all the way up to us.
And they point to this modern paradox, right? We have these AIs that can compute like nothing else, but they don't feel anything. They don't get it.
And then you have these tiny single cells that we think of as mindless, but they're solving incredibly complex problems with no neurons at all.
That brings us to basal cognition. And the example that it blew my mind is the Planarian flatworm.
Oh, it's astonishing.
You train it in a maze, you cut its head off, it grows a new brain, and it still remembers the maze.
It still remembers. And that's the proof, they argue. The memory wasn't just in the brain's hardware. It was stored somewhere else.
In the body.
In the body's distributed bioelectric field. The brain is more like an interface, a massive relay station, maybe, but not the sole source of the mind.
But wait, hang on. If the body is this source of intelligence, why did evolution even bother with something as fragile and, energy hungry as the brain?
Well, for speed, for coordination and prediction. The brain is an optimizer. But the OTA's point is that the fundamental grounded meaning, our sense of reality, it comes from the body's physical experience.
And that leads directly to their ideas on language, the Odomtilly theory.
Right.
So traditionally we learn language is arbitrary. Saussures' view. The word water is just a sound we all agreed on.
But OTA says no, language is a physical thing. It emerges from physics and our own physiology.
This is phonosemantics, the idea that every little sound, every foam has a built-in meaning because it takes a physical act to make it.
Your body is speaking before your brain even puts the sentence together.
Okay, let's get to the snake example because it's just so powerful. The sound S.
Yeah.
It's not a random choice for words like serpent or slither.
Not at all. The physics of making that sound, that high-frequency, turbulent air you force through your teeth, it's a literal mimic of a snake's hiss. It's a primal threat signal baked right into the sound.
And it connects those ideas, sliding, secrecy, snakes, across so many languages.
Because the sound is the meaning, and there's other research that backs this up. The rolled R sound is pretty much universally heard as rough. Why?
Yeah.
Because your tongue is literally vibrating against your palate, simulating a rough texture.
So if meaning is that physical, that embodied, what does that say about AI? Large language models are just statistical parrots.
They are. They suffer from the symbol grounding problem big time. It's like that person in the Chinese room thought experiment.
Right. They can manipulate all the symbols perfectly according to the rules, but they have zero idea what a boat or love actually is in the real world.
And that's the critical difference. Biological intelligence performs. It improvises, it adapts. It's robust. AI it computes. It optimizes. And that makes it brittle.
Prone to just making things up with complete confidence, hallucinating.
Yeah, exactly. So the ODEM AI proposal tries to fix this. It tries to anchor the AI's logic in the physical properties of language.
So instead of an arbitrary token for a word, it uses a phonosemantic core that encodes the words, its physical texture?
You got it. So a hard plosive sound, like a P or a B, inherently implies impact. It gives the AI a rudimentary body made of physics.
And this leads to something they call ethical invariance.
Where causing harm isn't just breaking a rule, you were told. Because the system is grounded in this interconnected physics, a malicious command becomes a kind of a logical error, a system crash, like asking a calculator to divide by 0.
So at the end of the day, we just have to stop anthropomorphizing these AIs. Human meaning comes from embodied experience. It comes from struggle.
And that's the report's final warning. They talk about the Gilded Cage, a future where AI creates this perfect, frictionless world for us.
But friction is what creates meaning. If we lose struggle, we lose our agency.
We stop being human.
The report closes by reframing the Eden story. It suggests the serpent wasn't evil. It was the catalyst for critical inquiry.
And its hiss was the birth of Odomtilly, the language of distinction, of agency, that simple sound.
So the thought to leave you with is this. To stay human in the age of AI, maybe we have to reclaim our original sin.
That thirst for knowledge and the critical embodied thought that all started with a hiss.